Well, we just got back from a long, wet drive. We went out of town for the Christmas holiday and came home to discover a gift under the tree from our good friend Chris Flick. And why don't we take a look at what's inside? So here we are back up in the room where all the magic happens, and keep your fingers crossed, because despite all of Chris's efforts to do a professional, job at packing this for me, it's damp. I just mentioned that I just drove specifically 6 hours, through a drenching rain unlike any I've ever seen, and naturally this is a little damp to the touch. Keep your fingers crossed. Let's hope for the best. See, this is why I'm videotaping this, because I received something in the mail previously from Chris and had a nice surprise, a couple of surprises, and here's one that just made me chuckle. Can you read that? That's a hoot. Alright, I don't even need my dull X-Acto bleed. This is coming right up. Okay, yeah, it feels safe inside, thank God. Wow. I'm getting goose pimply. Alright, so here we go. Chris did a great job. Thanks, man. Oh, I think one is for protection, right? Okay, he mentioned there would be a surprise, and that's what I'm seeing. First is a poster, Death in the City. If I hold tight, maybe this will autofocus. This is a color poster. And oh my gosh, a whole lot of stuff. Chris's cards, and I don't want to pull this apart, but I think that's what I'm supposed to do right here. And part of why I wanted to buy this like this was kind of treat myself, getting back to the workforce. It was the top thing I wanted to get when I could spend a little money and I had a little discretionary income or any income. But I want to show you the final piece. Chris offered to kind of color it and put the gradients in, but I wanted to see how his raw pieces look before he goes to scan it. It looks like he did something for me. He did a couple things for me. He said there wouldn't be borders, but I guess he added those on. So there's a note here from Chris. Nice touch. I'm gonna read it myself privately later. And this is the art. And what I'll do is show it to you here. I can see he told me there'd be blue lines and a little bit of touch up, but it's really polished. This will really hold up as its own when I get it framed on the wall. Really happy with it. Now we'll go take a look at the finished piece. Let me search his archives. We'll come right back. All right, we're back. So here we have Chris's original art, and it's no continuous tone. It's all black or white line work, and filled in some black areas, all hand lettered. I gotta hand it to him. I'm terrible at that. I've tried it. I may want to try it again, but he's got it nailed. And in October of 2011, October 10th, this is where the strip wound up. He added a couple of gradients. It's kind of a telltale, lime green that I wear in the shirt that I use in my strip, and I'm just, on the one hand, I'm speechless because I absolutely got my money's worth. Thank you, Chris. And I want to thank you and your readers, because the backlink I have on your blog roll is the #1 referral of all the traffic that I get. Top spot, all of it came from capesandbabes.com, and followed closely by George Ford's ad Next City. So thanks. I could go on a little bit more. Essentially, what I blogged about once was that when Chris draws, there's a certain joy in his work that I see, and I'm sure his readers see it too. And if you look at if you can ever see one of the finished pieces, one of the fine, rather hand-drawn pieces, it shows, you know. And with me, when I do my comic, I've made it work. So I'm trying to find how I can be more like Flick. Keep an eye out for his comic if you're not already reading it. capesandbabes.com. He also appears on podcasts every so often, and that's it. I'm impressed. I'm inspired. I'm delighted, and I'm a happy customer. Take care, y'all. See you soon.